My name is Jane Faia. I'm a farmer and a breeder, and I do it in this farm. The name of the farm is Gatito Hillcrest Farm, situated in Githega location, Githunguri constituency in Kiambu County.
Yes, we see you have a very big project here, but of course every project has a starting point.
Yes.
Perhaps you can tell us when you started and what really drove you to starting this particular project.
I started about 20 years ago, and the reason why what drove me to start the dairy farming is due to passion that I had for the cows. Also, I was looking for something that I could do related to farming as an income generating project. Yes.
Perhaps since you started up to this moment, you can tell us how many animals you started with and what the numbers look like at the moment.
Okay, to start with, I started with one cow, which later came to 3 cows, which I bought. They were all in calf, and later on I bought another 3 cows, and from them I started breeding, and I've never bought a cow from outside. Yes.
What has the journey like in the breeding space? What are the lessons that you picked along the way? And perhaps what would you want to share with someone who perhaps is looking to do a dairy farm but doesn't want to buy from someone else?
I'd say it is very interesting because I think dairy farming is very interesting because every day you learn something new, and also you expect something from the cows. You expect milk, you expect a calf, you also expect manure, because that's what we use to plant our plants. Also, we get some gas, the cooking gas from biogas, that is from the manure we get from the cows. Yes.
Interesting. Talking of calves and heifers and the cows here, what are the numbers for the animals that have the numbers?
This herd consists of 87 animals. That is starting from the lactating up to the calves. We have 87 in the herd.
How many calves do you have at the moment?
I have the calves that are taking milk are 7, and we have others, the bulling heifers, the calves, all of them together are about 40.
Talking of the calves, how have you been able to raise them to a standard that now you are able to use your own calves to breed, whereas other people are not even able to raise calves past weaning? What is your secret?
Now, we concentrate more on breeding, and as a breeder, you can't keep disposing heifers and calves every now and then, because you want to breed the best. So the reason why we have decided to continue with keeping the calves and not disposing them is because we want to breed the best, or to get the best from our herd.
How are you able to survive more than these ones, whereas many farmers, their calves die before we know?
It is through management. First of all, we emphasize on hygiene. The hygiene on the calf pens, on the milk that we feed to the calves, and also on the troughs that the calves feed on. And we don't give, we always feed them on fresh feeds. The pellets have to be fed on daily basis without letting them sleep over. If we have sleepover leftovers, we dispose them or we give to the big calves. Also, the hygiene of the water, the hygiene of the feeds that we feed matters a lot.
Right, and perhaps when it comes to feeding them on milk, how much milk do you feed them? Perhaps gradually until you feed them.
Our milk feeding is consistent from day one to the end. But most importantly, we have to feed colostrum in less than 1 hour after being calved. Then from there, we continue feeding up to about 10 days without measuring the milk for 10 days. Then from there, we feed them 3 liters times 3 in a day. And that's why you realize our calves grows very fast for 3 good months. And then from there, we start weaning. And we wean them gradual day by day up to about 2 weeks. Yes.
From that point, when do you breed your heifers? At what age and what are their approximate weights?
If all goes well, we prefer serving our heifers when they are 12 months and also between the weight of 300 and 350 kilograms. Yes.
And perhaps these that you have bred here, are they available for sale?
Yes, they are available for sale. We normally sell heifers, in-calf heifers, when they are between 4 and 8 months in pregnancy. Yes.
And what type of semen do you use? Is it conventional or perhaps sexed semen
for the heifers? We always use the sex semen, but for the lactating animals, due to their conception chances, sometimes they are not very, very, very high, we use the conventional. We realized that using the sex semen on the older animals, chances of conception are a bit low. But when we use the conventional, the chances are quite high. Yes.
For the animals that you are keeping here, how long do you milk them, and how is your process for perhaps drying them? What is the process like?
We normally milk the animals for 3 or 5 days. That is the animal that is very normal, 3 or 5 days, and that is about 7 months. At 7 months of being in calf, we start drying them. We dry them for 2 months, but before calving, we also steam them for 42 days. Yes.
Now, for the animals that are here, what are your feeding plans to make sure that they consistently give you milk, they consistently give you good quality heifers for the calves that they give?
For them to consistently give us good production, what we normally practice here is the feeds, the management, everything is very consistent. If we start feeding silage from day one, that is how it continues to the end. The Bomarods is of very high quality, which we also feed consistently, and also the concentrates. So consistent is the key to good production. Yes.
I don't see any farm here with all perhaps napier grass or other feeds, but that you have a small farm. How do you manage to get your feeds and then keep such a big farm?
What we have actually done is we have some small land where we plant corn maize, and we have also leased some bigger parcel where we grow the corn, and also we have some land where we have planted boma rods, although we also source it from other farmers who we know take care of the quality of their boma rods.
Now, such a journey has not, of course, been without disease incidences. Perhaps you can share with us what were those disease incidences and what lessons do you pick from there and or steps that going forward you ensure that you will do to prevent occurrence of such diseases?
The main major disease that we ever experienced was about 15 years ago when we were attacked by foot and mouth, and the lessons that we learned, because we had a lot, we got a lot of loss. We lost quite a number of animals, but we learned that we had to take measures that will prevent anybody coming in to transport the virus to our herd, because foot and mouth is normally passed through the feet and the hands. So we have taken those measures where we normally disinfect the foot bath and also the hands of the visitors. We have also reduced the human traffic in form of visitors to the farm. Yes.
Right. For the breeding, how do you go about it? Because many people just, when the animals are on heat, they just inseminate them for them to become pregnant. But for you as a breeder, how do you go about it?
We normally look at, when we are breeding, we normally look at the traits of the animal. When we are able to point out the traits that we don't like on a certain animal, we select a bull that will improve the traits that we don't like on the animal. That's how we do the breeding.
Perhaps what are some of those traits that they may be undesirable, which you intend to remove?
The major traits that we normally concentrate on are the legs, the hooves, the udder, especially the stature, and everything else. Yes.
Right. And for you to be able to do that successfully, perhaps which are the companies that you work with in terms of breeding to make sure that you get the best?
Mainly I work with CRI. As you have seen, most of the animals here, actually about 90%, are from CRI. We used to call them CRI, but currently they are Genex. Yes.
For these animals to reach here, perhaps there are some supplementation that you do as a farmer, because whatever you may be feeding could be very good, but perhaps you need to give them the extra push to be able to give you the best. What kind of supplementation do you do to your animals to give them the best?
For example, when we have a cow that is calving down, we usually supplement with calcium. Mainly we use Supercal. We also supplement with Ketonex. Ketonex helps making the cow not to have ketosis. That is now for the cow that is calving down. For the calves, when we are weaning the calf, we supplement with Calm Boost. And also for the lactating ones, we use White Energy, which is rumen fat bypass.
Now, perhaps for someone who desires to enter this business, what are those 3 things you tell them to consider to guarantee them success?
For somebody who wants to start this business, first of all, I would ask them to know the source of their fodder. Because without fodder and without consistency in the fodder, you are not going anywhere. Then the other thing I would ask them to do is to know where the source of their water. because a cow needs a lot of water in order to produce milk. Also, the other last but not least is the cow shed. The kind of a cow shed you put up is very important, because a cow needs a cow shed that is comfortable, that is well aerated. Otherwise, you won't be going anywhere without that. Yes.
All right. Finally, what has been your biggest drive for 20 years? There are many reasons why you could have given up, but what really has kept you in this business? Telling you every day, wake up, go tend to your daughters or to your girls, and the future is bright. Like, what is that thing that really has kept you on the move?
Hope. You know, with cows, there is a lot of hope for tomorrow. And I think it's also very interesting working with cows, because first of all, they keep you very busy. And as I told you, you expect something new every day. And it feels nice. It feels very enjoyable working with the cows. Yes. Especially when they are producing, when you look at them and you see the body condition is good and they are beautiful, it's very enjoyable. Yes.
Finally, for those who are looking to start their businesses, are there heifers that you said in here that are ready, that they even can come tomorrow and fetch some?
Yes, we do. We have ready heifers, in-calf heifers, which we can sell even like now. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
You're most welcome.